Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Turgut. This is the third video. The earlier videos, I showed you how can we get the customer reviews from the Google Map, and then how to download it, how to clean it, how can we create a vector database. I just explain everything and make visualization, and how can we retrieve those relevant documents using Chroma, and then I show you step by step how can you use Langchain and OpenAI too. Okay, in that said, and this is an application, this is the last part of those tutorial, and this part, and this is the end. So basically, we got the Google reviews and just create a vector database. Now we have a new customers. So this customer is curious about our restaurant and just want to see the social proof. And we can just add a chatbot in our website. And this, let's say a customer enter our website is just write a query and ask, this the customers like the restaurant. Do you recommend this restaurant? And then we created a React application. React application get those question or query from our user. We created a RESTful API using Python and Flask and sentenced those queries to our backend. And then our vector database, we are getting the relevant context, and then we are creating prompt engineering techniques using Langchain, and then sending those contexts and our prompts to OpenAI, using OpenAI API to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT use those contexts and prompts and generating response to our user, and we are sending back that response to our application. Let me show you again this application real quick. This is our Da Vinci Pizza company, and we have our menu, and you can order from here and you can get help. And we are asking, would you recommend this restaurant? So when you ask question, it will ask this question to. So first of all, this question went to the our vector database. We will find the relevant answer, creating our prompt engineering, sending those context and the prompts to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, as you can see, send us a result. I will definitely recommend this restaurant. Our customers can compliment the cheese pizza, calling it phenomenal, while some say other pizzas are just okay. They are still highly recommended the place. Okay, this is not ChatGPT is just hallucinating. We are just basically giving the context and also using the ChatGPT's text generation and attributes and getting these nice results. Okay, let's just jump to application here. And I just want to show you this part because this index is just contain all the application. When we click the button, we are coming here, and basically here this is our chat button. So this is where we are using those, doing this post request. We are just saying, okay, first of all, this part is, we are getting a chat input, and this is the text type, and we are getting those user input, placeholder type your question here, as you can see in this application. Okay, just right here, it's not coming back because let me just come there and just show you. This is this part, because I just said in the application, this is our data, by the way. Sorry. Okay, in this application, in this function, I said prevent default is not, refreshing the menu. And okay, we are typing our user input here. This is the value part, and this is our user input. When we type this, when we are just sending this on change mean, whenever there is a change, we are using the set user input and sending this value. When we type something here, basically this set user input function is called, and just this is, if you guys know the use state. If you don't know, React application is it's just basically, this is use state hook, and this use state hook create a state. This is our state. We're just creating an empty string here. This set user input is a function which change this state, and basically this is the value from our inputs place. Whenever we type there, that will become a value. We were just, getting a target value from here. Event is there's an event happening. We are typing and we are getting that value using this set user input and setting that user input as a user input. Then we got that user input. After we get the user input, and there's this form, we can use this form as an clicking the ask question button. This is the button, or we can just hit enter. Then when we hit enter, we are calling this function on submit. What happens in this on submit function? Let me show you that function. Sorry, on submit, we are just counting the handle submit. Where is the handle submit? This is what's happening. That prevent default. Prevent default is basically we were just preventing the defaulting. What is defaulting? It's just clean the screen in the form in the HTML format, and we were just preventing that, just keeping our question there. Then we were just calling this function. This function is making our post request, where we are just calling fetch here. This is our local host. We are just saying local host is our local host. This is our process message. Let me show you in the backend real quick. In here, this is where we are getting that post request. This must be is the same. Okay, in this React application, okay, we are just sending application JSON. We were getting the user input where we just created here and where we set here using this set user input function. When we set this user input, we are sending that that input we typed in this area to our server. What's happening? Response.json, then data, and console log data. So what's happening? So when we get to that data, and our backend will get the response. Let me show you when we type what's happening there. This is real quick. JavaScript application. Do you have cell and pizza? Okay, ask the question. When I type here, I set a console log here in this application. We will see here. Okay, so we get our response. Where is that console logs happening? The console log success and the data. So we were getting that data from our backend, and we are setting that response message, and we will use that message here. We were just showing that message here. Okay, what is this response? We got from our server, as you can see in the console, as we said, success response. We got yes, we have Sicilian pizza available. This is what we get from our ChatGPT. Okay, we see how to send this post request using React application. Let me show you the Python side. This is the Flask application. We are basically importing our necessary libraries here and creating a Flask app, and we were giving course. And okay, we are calling prepare vector DB. Where does this function come from? Is Langchain helper. Where is Langchain helper? Here we are importing ChromaDB and some other libraries, and here we were getting these reviews, and then dropping there's just one NA value. I'm just in case I'm just dropping that NA value. We were listing those reviews. We have those reviews here. Okay, I showed you this one and actually really explained, and then we were listing them, and we were just getting ChromaDB client, and we are just ChromaDB client get or create collection. Why I use this method instead of just create a collection? Because when you run a few times, if you give the same name, you will get an error. So this one is if there's a review collection, just don't create it, just use that one. Or if there is none, just create it. When we create it, we are giving IDs. In the vector database, giving ID is really makes sense, because sometimes, let's say I mentioned before, let's say our restaurant has a different sections, like drink section or subsection, or we have soup section, let's say, and then if you use the general question, your vector database is, will high dimensional, and finding relevant answer take time or sometimes really hard for our vector database retriever. So we were just getting our collection, adding IDs and the documents as a reviews. Then we were just returning those collection. That means our vector database. After we return our vector database, we are calling OpenAI. You need an API key. I created a secret key. I can show you that. Just import that one and just add it here. And then after we are getting that post request from our user interface. We are getting that data, that message. This is our user question here. And then we were sending that user question to this function with LLM. These are our two arguments. LLM is ChatGPT 3 Turbo, and user question is this one, where we get from our React application in here. And then this is the answer question. Let me real quick show that question to you. This is the answer question. What happens? We are getting to this question. So Chroma collection, we are making a query in our vector database, sending that question and get most relevant 5 results. Oh, we are including document and embeddings. Actually, we don't need an embeddings because we are not going to use them. And retrieve documents, result, we get the results documents, and then we are getting those retrieved documents. And these are becoming as a list, and we are using join function from the Python. It's just basically, it takes iterable data structure and just makes them as a string. And it's become a string, and we are creating a template here. You're a helper in the pizza restaurant. This is question asked by the customer, question, what we get from the user. This is the answer from our database retriever answer. This is relevant document, which we searched it. Please answer our customer question using the retriever answer. And then chatbot. And then we were getting the prompt template. This is our input for the template, and chain, LLM chain. And we are making an LLM chain, just sending the LLM, which is our language model. Then we are sending our prompt, and what is the input data, question, answer, and context, what we are getting here. Then chain.run, return the response. Okay, so this is how this application works. And okay, guys, what we can do, and we are returning that response to our user interface, as I said, after we get that response. So here we are setting that response to message. This is another use state hook. It's empty. It's getting we are setting this one to that response we got from the ChatGPT, and then we are showing that response in our user interface. But as I explained here, this is just when you make an API request to ChatGPT or OpenAI API, you need memory buffers. So in this video, I didn't explain it, but because whenever you send a request there, those applications, for example, I said, hello, my name is Turgut, and second time when another request, if there's ChatGPT doesn't keep, we can use Langchain to keep the memory. If we are not using the memory buffer, it's going to forget what is my name. So every time there will be a new new conversation. Okay, this is the explanation. Please let me know which part of your code you didn't understand, and I'm happy to answer any question. Hopefully see you in other videos.